That video. Today we're gonna be acting to Moist Critical. Ubisoft is horrible. Let's get straight into it.
Hi there. I'm about to go on a passionate, joyful rant, so please ensure that your seatbelt is buckled because I'm about to torpedo my opinions at you like the logs out of Final Destination 1. I am so beyond disgusted and tired of modern greedy video game pricing. And the biggest
Yeah, he's spoken out on this a lot because it is reasonable though. Because some of the games, it's like it's okay for some games to be like $60 and stuff, but some games be so trash and they make you pay so much for it. Or some games be mid and they make it overpriced.
Behind this criminal level of greed is Ubisoft. I've said for the last 3 or so years that nothing makes me lose faith in an upcoming game quicker than seeing a Ubisoft original appear in the trailer. If I was a member of their evil syndicate think tank, my #1 suggestion to the board of directors would be hide Ubisoft as much as possible from the credits of these games so people don't know that they're behind.
So you just see Ubisoft and like, I'm not gonna play that. Okay.
Behind these productions. Bury it somewhere so that way people have to go looking to unearth the truth because no one likes Ubisoft. I'd have more optimism about an upcoming game if it said it was a Bernie Madoff masterpiece. Like, I'd trust anyone more than Ubisoft. I think they have produced...
I mean, if you got a bad history versus someone who's new, I mean, of course you trust them more. I mean, I haven't played many Ubisoft games either, though. But that's probably because they're expensive, so I probably never looked at them.
Produced almost exclusively stinkers.
Wait, no, I probably have played a Ubisoft game, but I just don't remember.
For the last, like, 5, 6, maybe even 7 years. Aside from, of course, Rainbow Six Siege, which I think is just an accidental hit for them. And it's an older game.
I still have never played that. I thought one day I was like I was going to play it and I started downloading it, but I just never finished it.
9-year-old game, and I think the reason that it continues to do well is because Ubisoft forgets that they're involved with it, so they let it do its own thing. But anything Ubisoft gets its grubby little mitts in just is a disaster. Anyone remember the Avatar Legends of Pandora that came out less than a year ago? Didn't think so. And in fact, I bet you didn't even register that I got the name wrong.
I didn't even know it existed, so you getting the name wrong probably would, yeah, it wouldn't register for me.
Double checked. It came out 6 months ago, and it's actually called Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. But I imagine some of you watching this...
Either of you heard of Murder Mill?
I mean, they're just...
There was a whole string of...
Did play it and totally forgot about its
like, it's not even... I don't even think it's greed at this point, because aren't you losing money from, like, making overpriced games? Because no one's going to get the game anymore because it's overpriced. Unless people are buying the games, that's why they're doing it.
And Black neuralized out of your mind, but because it was so boring that your brain did its best to defend you from the tedium. It is just a fucking snooze fest that I guarantee you sleptwalk through. Just like mindlessly wandering around in this fugue state of this Ubisoft open world formula that they run into the ground. It's just fucking pitiful productions that they've been behind for the last 5 or 7 years. But before I get too deep into this Ubisoft...
He is shitting on Ubisoft right now. Like, he really hates Ubisoft, bro. Fuck Ubisoft.
Wagon that I'm just vomiting out here. I do want to passionately be excited about something. The Gamer Supps waifu cup with me on it, baby. The most beautiful cup you've ever seen in your life. Look at this goblet. That's me. Yeah, it's available right now at Gamer Supps.
Okay, that actually looks good. I'm not gonna lie. That actually looks good.
.gg. I'll put a link to it in the description. Go ahead and pick that up right now. But the point is, Ubisoft, I don't think has made good games in a while, and I include Assassin's Creed in this. I haven't enjoyed Assassin's Creed in so long.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed. When I did play Assassin's Creed, I enjoyed it, but I haven't played it in so long that I didn't. Like, probably when it, like, started getting bad, what he's talking to go into here, I probably just wasn't playing, maybe. Because I never played it. When I played it, I thought it wasn't bad. I played it years back, though.
Last good one, and this isn't a controversial opinion, was Black Flag. And I didn't enjoy Black Flag as much as everyone else, but I can recognize that it was probably the last good Assassin's Creed game. And I play all of them. I try them all. Except I only lasted like 4 hours in Mirage because it was such a fucking snooze fest. And Valhalla, I think, is the only time I've ever fallen asleep on stream. Like, they're just boring games.
No, that's different. That's different, bro. If a game makes you fall asleep and it's not because you were grinding on it, bro, that's crazy.
And this is all a long-winded precursor to what I want to talk about today, which is the newest Assassin's Creed game, Shadows, which, of course, Ubisoft...
I did not know that dropped.
Now, there's a lot of controversy around this, a ton of drama because of the main character here, or one of the main characters. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just going to tell you right now up top, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. I don't
I mean,
care.
no one really gives a fuck. It's just something to talk about.
I legitimately could not
No
care
one really
less
cares,
about
bro.
the historical
But it's just
accuracy
something
of the
to talk about.
Assassin's Creed franchise. That means about as much to me as the tiny hairs around my asshole. It is truly worthless to me. I wouldn't care if you played as Dabi the House Elf in the new Feudal Japan Assassin's Creed game. Doesn't matter as long as it's a good game. Which I don't think that will be, because I have no faith in Ubisoft and even less faith in Assassin's Creed. But what I do care about greatly...
So, two L's getting together. Okay, this might be the L of the century. I'm just saying. Moist, this might be the video of the century for you, because, like, this might be the L of the century if two bad companies are getting together here.
Is the pricing that Ubisoft is spearheading here. They just did this for Star Wars Outlaws with like the $100 plus versions, and now they're doing it again for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I am so fucking tired of it. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. These are your pricing options for the different editions of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
You have me so fucked up. You have me so... I'm good. I don't want it.
So, for the standard edition, it's $70, but you have to pre-order it if you want access to a pre-order exclusive mission. The mission's called Thrown to the Dogs, and the only way you get access to this, it seems, is if you've pre-ordered the game, which they haven't even shown any motherfucking gameplay for yet. I think that is the biggest load of barnacles ever. You're just pre-ordering based off of a cinematic trailer alone. It's a terrible, shameful thing to ask of the consumer, but that's Ubisoft in a nutshell. They're completely shameless. And moving on to the Gold Edition, you get the pre-order bonus plus a Season Pass and 3-day early access. Season Pass in a single-player game is probably one of the most embarrassing things ever that's become commonplace. If I was the goober at Ubisoft that came up with the idea of single-player Season Passes...
Oh my god, everything about this is just horrible. Like, I'm just listening to find one good thing, but like, bro... Bro, oh my god.
I would never share that information with anybody ever. You wouldn't be able to torture that out of me at Guantanamo Bay. Batman couldn't beat that shit out of me. Came up with the idea of single-player season passes. I would never share that information.
I didn't hear that shit. Bro, what the... I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
With anybody ever. You wouldn't be able to torture that out of me at Guantanamo Bay. Batman couldn't beat that shit out of me. That is so fucking embarrassing. And in this case, it's especially egregious because the Season Pass for the Gold Edition includes a mission, so it's just paywalling even more content of the game behind the Season Pass and the higher price tag. And let's talk about that 3-day early access real quick, because I've seen a lot of discussion around it, and they're making great points about it. For 110 clams, you're not paying to play the game 3 days early, you're paying to play it on time. If you pay $70, you're playing the game 3 days late. So it's not early access. For 110 bones, you play the game when it comes out, and unless you fork over the additional...
I hate this franchise. Bro, it seems like, bro, what are these all... No, who's working on this? No, because they're legit praying on y'all downfall, because who's working on this, bro? It's not even like they're hiding it. Like, what the fuck, bro? Do they have business? Is they getting paper, bro? Is this like...
40, you play the game 3 days late. That's how it works. That is extraordinarily anti-consumer. Like, increasing the amount of money just to play the game when it fucking releases is absurd. And then we move on to the Ultimate Edition. For $130, you get pay-to-win elements in a single-player game. 5 skill points and then like a bunch of cosmetics. I'm gonna get a little mean here with some tough love. If you have to pay an additional $60 just for a little bonus pay-to-win in your single-player game, I think you need to take a hard look in the mirror and just recognize that...
I'm not doing that. It's like nothing can convince me to do something like that. I'm just saying. There's literally nothing that I could think of that could convince me to do... Unless it has to be a good game. Oh, God. Like to pay prices like that, like you have that game better be legendary. I'm telling you, like that game...
Maybe gaming's just not for you. Like, if that's the only way you'll enjoy the game is being able to, like, pay to win through a single-player game, I think maybe, you know, take up a different kind of hobby.
Right.
I feel like such a fucking Redditor gatekeeping gaming, but that is so...
And the crazy thing about it is, though, I don't play... Like, only games that I've paid for, like... And this hasn't even been recent. Last time I paid for a game was when, Resident Evil came out. I think. Yeah, the last Resident Evil came out. That was the last time I paid for a game.
Oh, unbelievably silly to pay an additional $60 for 5 skill points and then a couple of cosmetics. Like, I'm sure the cosmetics will look cool, but they're not worth almost paying the exact same price as the game itself just to get some cosmetics for it. That is a crazy thing to ask of
Yes,
people.
I know.
Then, of course, there's the final option here, which is getting the Ultimate Edition through Ubisoft Plus, which is their...
This is like giving me Apex Legends store. If you've seen Apex Legends store, they be ripping off. I'm just saying.
own cringe subscription service for $18 a month, because every single fucking thing on the planet has a subscription service now behind it.
Of course,
I bet
of
there's gonna be a
course.
subscription service for Mr. Bean. Like Mr. Bean.
I didn't think they would honestly take it to games. I thought it was gonna start at apps and stuff, like movie apps and stuff, like HBO and stuff. It was gonna stop there, but they're doing it on games, which is stupid. Like,
Extra on-demand Turbo Arcade. Even though there's only 15 episodes of Mr. Bean that have ever aired, and they're all freely accessible on YouTube right now. But I bet they'll probably come out with some kind of Mr. Bean subscription in the next few years. That's just the #1 trend that every tech.
I'm not gonna lie. If you have
now.
to pay a subscription to get a game, you probably shouldn't get it. Like, that's just my opinion. If you gotta pay a subscription to get a game, it probably ain't for you. I'm not gonna lie. You probably unless it's like it's like that game, like. You've been waiting for this all your life.
And Ubisoft is, of course, no stranger to that.
GTA
So they have
6 type
Ubisoft
stuff.
Plus, which hopefully they have less than double digits of users signed up to that, because I don't know who in their right mind would sign up for Ubisoft Plus. But anyway,
That's why I said it.
option.
Are they making money? Like,
Getting
who's
the
buying
Ultimate
this stuff?
Edition. I hate the direction Ubisoft is trying to push AAA gaming. I hate this pricing scheme. I think it's terrible. It was bad when they did it with Star Wars Outlaws. It's bad that they're doing it with Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'm really hoping that it flops extraordinarily hard so that way more AAA companies don't try and emulate it. Because I have no doubt there's a lot of companies paying close attention to what Ubisoft's
And they're about to find out why they can't do it. Because I feel like, I don't know. If Ubisoft, it's obviously working if they've been doing it for a while now. So if Ubisoft is doing it and it's working, do they have some like special sauce where they've been in the game for a while? So it's like people gonna buy their games regardless. So like it could be that, but I don't know.
doing here. And if it's successful, they'll probably employ similar tactics. And that would just be bad for everybody. So I wanted to vent about this a little bit. I think it super sucks. I hate where Ubisoft is trying
I feel
to take
like everyone agrees with you on
the
that.
industry.
Well, not everyone, of course, because. Well, like, who wouldn't agree with you on that besides the developers? Like, if y'all don't agree with this, like, why would you not agree for less prices on games?
But
That makes
yeah,
no
I
sense.
kind of wanted to just rant about this a little bit and get it all out of my system. I'm still going to try Assassin's Creed Shadows because I still give every single game that
Yep, in this part I'm not watching because I'm not trying that game. The way he just explained it to me, I'm never trying that game ever in my life. But I'll see y'all next video. If you like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.